cannot believe I'm seriously making this video. As you probably already know, seeing as you clicked on this video, Mordecai from the hit Cartoon Network show Regular Show and Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic are two very popular characters that have become somewhat of a meme right now. Or at least they were. The internet moves so fast that this video will probably be irrelevant by the time I upload it. People have been posting dozens of fan animations as well as breakdown videos on this phenomenon, and rather than presenting you with my own animation or giving my own take, I actually want to explain to you how and why this might actually be possible in the canonical lore for both shows. With most canonical crossovers, it comes down to the Multiverse Theory. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the Multiverse Theory, to explain it really quickly, it's basically this thought process that there's an infinite amount of universes with an infinite amount of possibilities for everything and every decision. A lot to take in, I know. I specifically mention decisions though, because in some instances of the Multiverse Theory, that's actually how different universes are created. Let's say, for example, someone was going to go out and they had to pick between two hats. In Universe A, this person would pick a top hat, while Universe B, they'd pick a bowler hat. From there, even more universes can be created from the smallest decisions. But that's enough about multiverses. How does this actually connect to MordeTwi? Outside of the mundane, the Multiverse Theory makes it possible for anything and everything to become canonical, which in some cases can kind of cheapen things, because when everything's canon, nothing really is, but logistically, it's still solid. In My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, I can think of 3 possible instances that potentially show the multiverse existing. In It's About Time, which is an early MLP episode from Season 2, Twilight gets visited by her future self, warning her about the dangers of Tuesday morning. Throughout the episode, Twilight freaks out and obsesses over this, not knowing specifically what the other Twilight was referring to. Cut to the end of the episode where Twilight breaks into Celestia's castle to steal a time travel spell. However, by doing this, she accidentally creates a time loop. This establishes that at one point, Twilight existed outside of time and therefore outside of her own universe. While not exactly multiverse material, it still shows universe manipulation. For the second instance, we look at the Season 5 finale, The Cutie Remark. In this episode, Starlight Glimmer uses a time travel spell to go back in time to try to stop the main 6 from ever becoming friends, and in doing so, she accidentally creates different universes via the butterfly effect. In these universes, we actually get a peek into what the world of Equestria would look like if the villains had actually won. So this is still time manipulation more or less, right? Well, in all honesty, to confirm the possibility of the multiverse existing in My Little Pony, you don't even have to count these first 2 instances, because you can look no further than the ever-so-infamous My Little Pony movie, Equestria Girls. The entire movie is about Twilight going through a portal mirror which literally transports her to a different universe, so there's really nothing else to say. So believe it or not, Regular Show actually has a pretty solid continuity all the way through. However, this was only possible due to the show's serialization throughout the later seasons, so I'll try my best not to go into spoilers. Essentially, all you need to know about Regular Show is that everything is canon and nothing is at the same time. I know that's kind of confusing, but let me try to break it down. Countless times, episodes will end with the park being destroyed. However, in the next episode, the park will be in perfect condition. The destruction of property isn't carried over, yet the actions will sometimes be brought back up. This is most prominent through reoccurring characters. The Baby Ducks, for example, are characters who appear, stuff gets destroyed, then things are fine the next episode, yet the events were canon, as they reappear later in the show. I only mention all this because finding examples of universe manipulation in Regular Show is not that hard, but there should still be some middle ground established, and I think the show's overall continuity is perfect for that. So as far as universe manipulation episodes go, to list off a couple examples, we have Prank Callers, Mordecai and the Rigby's, and The Night Owl. All episodes within the first 2 seasons, mind you. In Prank Callers, Mordecai and Rigby are transported back to the 1980s. In Mordecai and the Rigby's, they're actually visited by their future selves as rock stars. And in The Night Owl, Muscleman, High Five Ghost, Mordecai and Rigby are frozen into the future, which is actually based off of the Futurama pilot. So with at least 2 out of the 3 of these instances, you can actually see 2 different universes being spawned due to the things that had happened in the events of the episode. Which if anything shows you that the writers are not afraid to mess around with the show's time and get a little creative. So with both shows and universes having multiverses, somehow, someway, there is a universe way off in the distance in which it canonically features both Mordecai and Twilight Sparkle together. But I'll be honest, I don't know if I actually could see a universe in which Mordecai is a big enough simp to go after a unicorn.
This is how you get rid of unicorns.
But what if they come back?
They ain't coming back.
Cool.